I don't hate Yelp. I'm gonna show you guys why it really can be tough on Yelp. If you're a contractor, Yelp is really hard. If we search here on Yelp, HVAC pricing and availability. On this page, we're gonna get results, obviously. Straight Shooter, Air Max, 24-hour express services, plumbing, heating, and air. Haven't even ever heard of these guys. My whole point is, all of these results that you're seeing are sponsored, paid space. I'm gonna show you how far our sponsored results go versus our organic results. So if we scroll, keep scrolling, we're still in sponsored. There we go. So that's the end of our sponsored results, but then we get to special offers, which are also sponsored. And what's their offer? Well, they do free estimates. Everybody does free estimates. Oh, look at that. More sponsored results. Business owners paid for these ads. And now we are to all results. Like, really? Yelp cannot help themselves, because even once we get to the all results at the very bottom of the page, we have another sponsored result. I actually did some very rudimentary math and I did this print page and I approximated how much of each page on this screen had ads versus organic results. So how much of it is paid versus how much of it is not paid. This is my results, and 57% of the result space was ads. Yelp is selling over half of their page. If you're not paying for ads, it is very hard to get seen on Yelp. Yelp just feels a need to leech as much money from their website as possible. I get it, they're a business. Reason number 2 that we do not like Yelp, this one is absolute bullshit to me. So these guys right here, Templars, they do not show as a HVAC contractor. What I need you guys to realize here, I don't know if it's this way everywhere, but in San Diego, well, in California, evidently, in order for me to advertise on Yelp, they verify my license the first day. So I think it might have been done same day, I don't remember. They verify your license, they do all of that, but then what I want you to look is $30 a month. That's how much they charge you to show it on your page. So and then they show, I have all these fucking things on here, but I pay $150 a month. Yeah, they won't even show your logo unless you upgrade your page. It's nuts, guys. But our ROI on Yelp is good, so we pay for the extras, but it's ridiculous. Like $150 a month, basically, to have a complete profile. That's how much they charge you. $30 for the license receipt, or to show that your license is verified. That's crazy to me, like absolutely crazy. These guys definitely have had their license verified. It doesn't show that. They don't pay for their license verification. They also don't pay for this upgrade package, because look, there's other ads on here. On my page, I don't think you would see that. I'm not even gonna look there. I don't want to skew my results. Yelp likes to say that they have like a transparent or like a good way of filtering reviews. So if we look at this profile right here, actually anybody who watches this should do me a solid and go flag this account. So I know who did this. I'm not gonna name any names because I can't prove they did it. 99% certain I know exactly who this is. They work in the same industry as me. Yelp is much easier to trick than what they think. Like if you look at this profile, they've left 2 reviews. And they knew that if they did this, that they would have a high chance of the review sticking. But on the same day, they made a review for 5 stars for a restaurant. And then like 20 minutes later, they left me a 1-star review. And they didn't say that they've used us. They said they tried calling and they couldn't get a call back. At the time, we only had I think 15 reviews or so. So this did drop our rating from 5 stars to 4.5. So I tried to talk with them about it. They wanted none of it. They said that if their system didn't flag this as a fake review, then it wasn't a fake review in their eyes. But what's crazy is, and other businesses can attest to this, it's very hard to get reviews that stay up. So I don't think I have a single fake review here. Yeah, this one was removed for violating our terms of service. What? The only review that got taken down, which it doesn't show on my end because I was the one who left it, but I left myself a review right when I got licensed, and obviously Yelp figured that out really quick. Like these are all legitimate customers and some of them found me through Yelp. So like they did a Yelp request, messaged us, got multiple quotes from Yelp, and then like through the whole Yelp ecosystem, and then they still didn't. This review still didn't stick. I will make a video on how to get a fake review if people want me to. Leave a comment and I will teach you how to get your first Yelp review, and it will stay up there. I swear to God. Your bad reviews will stay up even if they're not legitimate, and your good reviews make it taken down even if they are legitimate, if that makes sense. So we're not gonna do the whole thing because I don't want these guys to get billed for it. I'm a nice guy. But if we go in here and we want pricing from these guys, okay? Yeah, we want HVAC pricing. We need a repair at our home, and we have a gas furnace, and it won't turn on or off. Next. Nope, no more details. Yep, skip. Skip. Okay, so when you get to the end of this little submission, Yelp has this box pre-checked. And what people don't realize a lot of the time is that Yelp is like, when you sign this, you're agreeing to have Yelp sell your info. So they don't directly give out your phone number, but they do sell you as a lead to these other companies to the tune of hundreds of dollars. So if you put in a Yelp request, even if you don't uncheck this box, like there's like, I would guess every single time someone makes an HVAC project request, Yelp is billing out like $400 to $600 depending on the time of year and your location. So it is absolutely nuts how much they do that. But it's like, we get direct requests all the time, and then like what happens is if they upload their phone number, they get calls from 6 companies all at once. And so they direct request you, but even though they direct request you, and you can see that in your lead section, I'll show you. See, this one was a direct request. We never even got in contact with the guy. This one was a direct request. He didn't ever respond to us until he said, I've decided to go with another team. This one was a direct request. We did not get a response from them. Well, depending on the time, it's like, I would say like half of our Yelp requests are direct requests. So people that actually look at our business profile or find us elsewhere outside of Yelp, come to us, and then they request us specifically. So in the last month or so, So the last month we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 direct requests, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 non. So it's about half. So, but none of those direct requests responded because Yelp sells their info to like 5 or 6 other companies, and then those companies are like, oh, we spent money on this lead, and we have to just hound them and hound them and hound them. So it creates like a very weird situation for the consumer because they're just getting like texts and calls. They have no idea which company is what. I've had times where people have set up appointments with us and called us back because they thought we were the original contractor that they put in the request with. Then they were like, hey, sorry, I thought you were so-and-so. And I was like, no, I told you that we were Surf Bros. Like, oh, well, hey, we were trying to request so-and-so. Sorry, we need to cancel the appointment. So it creates a lot of confusion. And sometimes the person doesn't even realize that they've used a different contractor than the one that they've requested till they're actually in the home. So yeah, I don't like that Yelp does that at all. But yeah, they definitely, I mean, Yelp is trying to make a lot of money off of people putting in requests for work through them. The last reason that I feel like Yelp is not very business friendly, so like Yelp's whole like thing, it's very easy to set up an ad campaign on Yelp. They try to make it like so simple that like anyone could do it. So they're like, oh, you're an HVAC contractor, you're a plumber, you're a taco shop, doesn't matter what you do. They try to make it easy. We go to our ad settings. We can manage keywords, boost certain things, and we can block certain things, but it doesn't really work that well. And you can't actually prioritize anything other than that. You can't so on like most ad platforms, like on Google, you can bid a certain amount on a certain word in a certain position. That's how much you can like customize it on Google. We don't use Google ads. I feel like we don't really get very much business when we advertise on Google ourselves. We get enough organic business on Google anyway, but like if you're looking at this, we have all these words boosted and then we have these ones blocked. We get contacted for duct cleaning all the time. We get contacted for asbestos abatement. We get contacted, for all kinds, dryer vent cleaning all the time. So you can complain, and I've gotten credits back on my account for it. Like I've got hundreds of dollars in credits before. Or we'll get requests way outside of our service area on paid leads. They didn't even request with us. Yelp gives us a lead 2 hours away, Orange County, and then they bill us for it. So I have to call and complain and try and get money back sometimes. It's pretty annoying. Since we're going over the bad things, I guess might as well go over some of the good things too. We get customers from it. So we don't spend a lot. I do think that having a good name helps us a lot. So if you make a name for your business that people can read and relate to in your area, and you're gonna we have a certain kind of person who likes using us because they see our name and they're like, oh, do you guys surf? And we're like, yeah, we surf. And they're like, all right, come on over. So we get that's really it. If we didn't have the name we have, I don't think we would be able to do well on Yelp. But yeah, we do get customers from Yelp. We get calls from Yelp a lot, or we get people who find us on Yelp and then call us from Google. And so there is a lot of, the numbers that they show, and I'll pull up the screen again here, but the numbers that they show here for us on our leads, it's better than what they show. It shows as 19 in October. That might be accurate. 38 in September, 45 in August. Yeah, I don't know. But we get, I don't know how much money we've spent on Yelp over the whole time we've been using them. View history. Is there a way to view the total? So yeah, let's see. 12 grand, maybe. Damn, check that out. Guys, that was crazy. Total between both pages. Okay, so 18,500 for both. Or for everything. So now I don't want to show all my customers' details, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to pull up 2 customers. All right, let's just say from those less than $20,000, we have made that back on one customer, on multiple customers each, in profit or labor/profit. Mostly commercial customers. We do have most commercial customers search through Google, but some of our commercial customers find us on Yelp. All right, so yeah, this is one customer we have. That's how much they've spent with us in the last. They've been with us since just over a year. So we'll say maybe 60% of that is labor and profit, and they've referred us to people. So that, and that's our clientele started on Yelp, honestly. So we wouldn't have Surf Bros HVAC if it wasn't for Yelp, so I do owe them that. which is why I do tell people like, hey, Yelp is great, like overall. But if you don't, like, the best customer is one you don't pay for. So, and that, that is, because when you pay for a customer, like on that initial visit, you're probably not making any money. And sometimes you're losing money. Sometimes you're losing money just showing up to the home. Never feels good to try and be making your money back. And so that's why I really don't like paying for leads. And we tried it a few times. I did never like that. It's like, hey, I don't want to go into someone's house feeling like I have to make a certain amount of money to like profit on that job. It's like when we throw up ad spend revenue at like Yelp in like the general sense where it's like, it's just showing us more. I'm more okay with that because it's still allowing people to pick, but I really don't like how much real estate Yelp gives up to ads. So I wish that maybe the first like 3 results were ads, or maybe they like showcase a couple profiles. If we go to Google and we search HVAC contractors San Diego. So these are ads. I guess look at it. Yeah. Google's doing more ads too. It's ridiculous. So it's like Google has all ads right here. These guys, that's an ad. So it's like you gotta scroll. None of this. Oh, look at, they got ads at the end too. It's ridiculous. So yeah, Google's like just as bad now. Look at that. Google didn't used to have ads at the end. They didn't used to have ads here. They didn't have ads here. What they used to have, it would be, this is like, I don't remember how old local service ads are, but it's like, you wonder why it costs so much to hire people to work in your home. It's because like everybody has to play this game with these major corporations. So it's like when they show up, they're already like they're like $300 or $400 or $500 deep advertising to get into your home. So if you're playing into that game, then you need to expect that you're playing with a company that is going to have to charge you a lot to make their money back. We don't play that game. Yeah, fucking Google's just as bad nowadays. Google's like, wasn't, I mean, yeah. Damn. I feel like they're worse than they were like a month ago. They don't limit your reviews as good, but I've heard from people that they get fake bad ones and they can't get them taken down too. I haven't had that issue yet with Google, but a lot of these things are issues with Google ads as well. But we get found on Google organically a lot more. And I think that's because people like do the map search on Google and they click here and then they look for, I mean, yeah, there's not as many. We got a couple sponsored ones here, but we'll pop up organically on the map if we, without advertising, and people will like look at which ones are in their area. Yelp doesn't have something like that, so you just have to search here. Let me see if we do this. They evidently do. It's just kind of clunky because they're trying to. Yeah, it's way more clunky. It definitely isn't something that they prioritize. So. Because they're trying to build these companies for every single time that they move the map. That's all I got to say on this matter. I don't know how long is this video? 37 minutes. It'll be edited down. Really the crux of the issue is just like, I feel like Yelp behaves like a greedy corporation. They call you every, they have a team in charge of calling you and trying to get you to spend more money, and they call you every few months and try and get you to spend more, and then you'll say no, and they'll call you again like 3 weeks later, and they switch who's assigned to you to be the person trying to get you to spend more money, and they switch that every like 3 months, 90 days, 60 days, whatever it is, and that new person calls you and with like a renewed vigor, and they're like, oh, like, I don't know how much of a bonus they get if they get you to spend more money, but it just doesn't seem, it's like such a, it's like, man, like, and then you'll try and be like, no, we're too busy, and they're like, hire more people, like advertise more, you do so well, like people love you, and you're like, no, I really don't want to. They're like, well, all your competitors are doing it, you're gonna fall behind, and it's like, okay, like you can think that, that's fine, but anyway, so that's those are my thoughts on Yelp, honestly. Like, if you have to spend money somewhere and you have a catchy name for your area, then Yelp is a good place to put your ads. We make our money back on Yelp and then some when we get the calls. The best time to advertise is going to be when it's summertime or wintertime, depending on where you're located. If you're advertising when it's slow, everyone's going to be advertising, and then you're going to be paying more for any leads you get because everyone's throwing money at Yelp, and you can't customize how much you're willing to spend on the lead. So you end up spending a shit ton of money for all these views and clicks, even though there's not that many people searching. So you want to advertise when there's a need for it, so that all your competitors are too busy, and then you're advertising more for that month. So we tend to advertise in late summer because San Diego gets heat waves in late summer, and then sometimes we'll bump it up every now and then if we just want to be a little bit more busy. But yes, we do get more calls. There is some amount of responsiveness on the Yelp leads, but the best thing that we get from Yelp is phone calls. So what they're showing, the data that it showed isn't fully representative of the amount of calls we get when we bump our ads up on Yelp. Our engagement is actually fairly good. And we've got some of our biggest clients have come from Yelp. Some of them have not. When you're advertising, you got to sift through that bullshit because they're not finding you on a referral. So they may see you and think like, hey, this is a contractor I want to work with. And then you go out there and you're like, oh, no, I don't want this customer. So not every customer is for you, and you got to pick which ones you actually want to give your time to. And so we will, when you're advertising though, it's kind of like, well, like we're going to end up with some customers we don't actually want, which isn't always, once again, it's like, hey, like, anyway, I'm doing a lot of rambling, so I'm going to cut myself off here. This is just, I've got a couple other, like a lot of our videos are more technical, like HVAC stuff actually. I've got a couple good ones coming out here soon. If people want me to make a video about how to get a fake review on Yelp, I will do that. Yelp will be pissed, that's fine with me. But yeah, if people want me to do that, leave a comment and I'll make a tutorial on how to get a fake review on Yelp. So it's actually a little bit more, it's not that crazy, but it's not that easy as well. So awesome, sweet, later guys.